Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from SideGame LLC here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to be organizing Hoplomachus Victorum, designed by Adam Carlson, Josh Carlson, and Logan Giannini, and published by Chip Theory Games. This is a fully upgraded copy of Hoplomachus Victorum with no lid lift that's organized to get gameplay started as soon as possible. If you have any questions about what you see here, please let me know down in the comments below, and for links to anything that I talk about in this video, please take a look in the description. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please make sure that you do. It is the best way to help us grow, and for those of you already subscribed, thank you so much for the continuous support. Let's get started organizing Hoplomachus Victorum. Before we begin, I do want to quickly talk about redundant components. As mentioned before, this is a fully upgraded copy of the game, so we've replaced our original bag as well as our dice with the upgraded versions. That means the metal dice as well as the upgraded bag. So that's all going to be in here, so we're not using these. We've actually repurposed these for our other copy of the Hoplomachus remastered game. With all that out of the way, let's lift off the lid here, and inside you'll see that we have our rulebook on top. We have a couple of documents here, including our How to Play rule booklet, our Scion Epilogues for when you finally defeat your baddie, and then lastly, your Hoplomachus unit skills. You'll need this one for pretty much your whole game to reference the different abilities of your characters. Underneath your documents, you'll have all of your different arena mats. Now, these are double-sided as they represent you changing locations and traveling across the world map, so you'll be switching them pretty often. So keep them close by. We'll put them to the side for now. Underneath your different arena mats, you'll have all of your reference cards. These are going to tell you how the different arenas work. They are double-sided, just like the mats here. And then you'll also have your Scion reference cards, telling you how their specific scenarios work. So go ahead and put these to the side for right now. That brings us to our main section of the box here. Starting from bottom to top, we've got our main game mat. You'll roll this out and put this in the center of your play area. Above the large playmat, you'll have your main chip console here. We'll remove the lid, and inside you'll see that we have a variety of chips in different colors, as well as some of our metal dice here. In this bottom section here, you'll have your metal dice. Now, these are not all of them, as they do not all fit. You can see in this upper left section, we have the remainder of the metal dice, but you'll be using the dice that you use the most frequently. We don't have the red one here, because you don't actually have to roll it, because they always hit, but we have some of the smaller dice, as you'll be needing those when you start your game more often, because you'll be having weaker level up on some of your characters. So we've decided to opt with the 4 yellow, 4 blue, 3 green, and 2 black. You can customize this as you see fit based on the population of your party. Above the dice, we have a variety of colored chips, and with these smaller stacks here, these are actually going to be the different characters that you encounter. You'll have them facing you so you know what's coming up, and on the back, they're going to detail what different region they're from. So you'll organize them in a specific manner here based on their color. Going from left to right, we have our Lemosians, our Atlanteans, our Pluto's refugees, our new Argonauts, we'll skip this yellow for now, our Vesuvians, our Amazons, our Parthians, and lastly, Kunlun. As mentioned before, we skip this yellow section because they aren't actually from a specific region. These are your opportunity chips, special chips that you can unlock as you play. So go ahead and stack them all here so that way you know exactly where to grab them from. So that's everything inside of this main console here. Let's return the lid and then remove it for now. Moving to this top section, we have our upgraded chip bag. It's going to start the game empty, but we're going to populate it with some of the neutral chips as we begin our journey. Underneath the upgraded bag, you'll have a variety of options for tracking your character progress. This is going to be the PEG version, that is the deluxe upgraded version with its own rules here on how to use it. You can laminate a copy of the paper one in order to use a dry erase marker, or you can just use the classic pen and paper version. Based on the method that you choose, you're going to need the appropriate tool, whether it be a pen or a dry erase marker, or if you're using that deluxe upgraded version, you'll need the accompanying pegs. We keep them in a small container here, and you just pull out the piece you need and then put it inside of your different areas to track your different progress on the different facets of the game. We use a small Dollar Tree container. You can get them 10 for $1 to hold those pegs, but you could definitely just use a plastic bag. Both of them do the same job, but I'll leave a link in the description below just in case. To the right of the character sheet, you have the remainder of the included insert. We just used a simple pair of scissors and trimmed it down, so now we just have one area for our large cards and our small cards here. In this small section, you'll have all of your Prowess cards. Now, you'll be using these special Prowess cards every game, as sometimes you can unlock special abilities, but then you'll take your character's special Prowess cards here that are unique to them. So make sure that when you're actually playing, you take all of the cards of one character, and then the rest of those special Prowess cards. Above the Prowess cards, you'll have the remainder of your cards, including your Bloodshed deck, your Opportunity deck, as well as your Sport deck. You'll go ahead and shuffle that deck and then slot it into one of the empty slots at the top of your console. And that brings us to our last section here, all of your different chip containers. We'll start off with these first two, as these are going to be chip containers that you actually put onto the board. You'll take them, and one will go on the right side, and the other will go on the left. So this one here is for your camp. It's going to have all of the health chips for your color, and that way you don't get them confused with the enemy health chips. And then you'll have all of the neutral fighters, which you'll populate that starting bag, as well as your loadout with. And lastly, you'll have the normal Bane chips, shuffle them up, and put them all on that left side here. Once again, onto that container, and then put it on the right side of that main game board. Inversely, on the left side of your game board, you'll lift off that lid and then have this pool of chips available. You'll have all of the enemy health chips, that way you don't get them confused with yours, and then all of the different arena chips here. These are going to be things that will affect the different game modes you're playing, like capture the flag, as well as all of the different tactics that you'll be summoning for those enemy units. You're only going to be pulling these every so often when you decide to refresh them, but the enemies are going to be using them a lot more frequently. So these are going to be all of your arena chips, and these even include the chips that are going to be specific to those different battle maps that you're playing on. So all of those will go on this left side here, as you'll be populating them based on the scenarios that you're encountering. And our last chip tray here is one that you're not actually going to be putting onto your main game board, as you're only going to be needing it for setup, as well as when you're ready to switch out those dice in your main console. As mentioned before, there are going to be 7 dice that don't actually fit into that main game board, but you will need some of these for some of the specific arena battles. For example, King of the Hill, these dice will be used as trackers. As mentioned before, you can adjust your different console dice with these here. Next up, you have your different Scion Banes, as well as the Scions themselves. So you're going to populate the bag with those based on which different enemy you're going to be fighting. And then lastly, you have the different characters that you'll be fighting along your journey. These epic units, they're going to have their enemy side on one side, but if you're playing them, you'll use this clear side. So go ahead and put those on the top of your console. You'll need 3 of these large colored units, and then 1 Scion that you'll be fighting. And lastly, as you can see here, there's this little gold bead that's going to track your progress on the main map. As mentioned before, you're only going to need this for setup, and then when you're ready to switch out those dice here on the right side. Lastly, we've got a silica gel packet in here for freshness, and that's everything inside of the box for Hoplomachus Victorum. Let's go ahead and pack it up. First off, we'll return that setup chip tray to the upper left here, followed by our left side and our right side chip trays for that main game board. We'll then put all of our event cards in that upper right section, followed by our mini Prowess cards in that bottom right. We'll then place all of our hero tracking materials and then your empty upgraded bag on top. We'll then place our large central console here in the middle. We'll toss our silica gel packet in there for freshness, as well as our small container that's holding our character upgrade pegs. And we'll close this main section up with our large rolled playmat. We'll put our large reference cards in the upper left section like so, our different arena mats on top of those, and lastly, our different reference sheets, including that unit skills list, our Scion Epilogues, and then our rulebook. And that is organizing Hoplomachus Victorum. If you have any questions about what you see here, please let me know down in the comments below. And for links to anything that I talked about here, please take a look in the description of the video. How do you organize your copy of Hoplomachus Victorum? What do you think of Hoplomachus Victorum so far? What's your favorite arena mat to battle on? What's your favorite updates from the old version to the new one? And what do you think of all the new upgraded deluxe components? We'd love to hear what you think. But thank you so much for watching. SideGame Strong.